Welcome to the Smit.fit weekly Friday session. And today with us we have Akanksha, a very enthusiastic and young Pilates trainer and professional, as I would call Akanksha. And one of our Smith-fitters is with Akanksha is into Pilates for a while now, and she used to be those people who would do 9 to 5 and find it difficult herself as well as thought of moving into a completely new area because of her love for fitness and health, right? And that's how Akanksha moved to Pilates. And about a couple of months ago, when me and Kaustubh we were chatting with Akanksha, we realized that there are lots of things that very aligned and co-linear to what Smithfit has been doing, and that's where we thought that we would engage with Akanksha in one of these weekly sessions, and that's how we are here. Akanksha, a warm welcome on behalf of the entire Smithfit team. Uh, we are a bunch of very young 50, 60 year olds as well with us, and we enjoy these weekly evening sessions. We have today with us Kaustubh, who is our in-house exercise psychologist and CrossFit trainer. So I thought let's just make it fun this evening, and also do some movement exercise and whatever you have brought for all of us. As I told you that participants of this platform are either recovering from diabetes, hypertension, or cardiac illnesses, as well as some of them are on the verge of being pre-diabetic, or some of them are what we call as healthy but concerned, right? So they might not have uh, got detected with diabetes or something like that, but they are very keen on working with various exercise forms, yoga, making sure that diet and nutrition is taken care of properly. And Akanksha also comes from nutrition background and an expertise with nutrition. So we have a multi-talented Akanksha, and I would hand it over to her to also add a little more to her story and then take us through the movement. And I'm sure that all of us will enjoy this evening. Katie, also pinging you here, saying that let's just have some movement and fun.
Yep, great. So, we're going to give Akansha the honor of taking us through the warm up this time instead of me. I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm going to
Super.
try and keep it interesting since you guys have fun and interesting sessions every week. So I'm going to try my best in doing that. Uh, so, a little bit about me and my background. I'm going to be your Pilates instructor for today. I'm going to try and stick to Pilates for this session. Uh, so, I am like I was introduced, I am basically a software engineer turned fitness professional, and now I work as a full time nutritionist, Pilates instructor, and a strength and functional training coach. So, yeah, it's been about 2 years since I started working full time into this, and it's extremely rewarding. That's all I can say. But anyway,
Absolutely, and Akanksha, I would like to congratulate you on this. That I we are always appreciating about all of those who just cut the strings of being full time software professionals or whatever they are doing full time, and jump into this mission of making people more and more healthy. And it's a courageous decision at times at certain age spans that you have taken, and we really appreciate your dedication towards the mission of making people healthy. Over to you again.
thank you. I think it's more of the experience because of whatever I faced in the health part of my life. I don't want people to go through the same. So I think that's really moving if people tell me that I'm helping them in some way, whatever it could be. So today we'll quickly move into the session part, and then we'll go for some Q&A section. And if you guys have anything for me, we can go on to that. Okay. So before we start, a little bit about Pilates. Uh, I'm pretty sure most of the people here have heard about Pilates, but have never had an opportunity to give it a shot, or for whatever reasons they thought that it's not accessible. So, for as far as Pilates is concerned, in a gist, it is a form of exercise or series of exercises which help in strengthening, stretching, and stability. So, ultimately, every exercise in Pilates focuses on either of these things. And it's not just a form of exercise to lose weight or to look a certain way. It is more of the promotion of movement, because the fundamental principle of Pilates is movement heals. So, what we try in Pilates is we are going to try and make every movement as effortless as it can be. So, generally, what happens is we move on with our daily lives, and then suddenly one day you bend down and you realize that you have trouble getting up. So, something as trivial and something as effortless as just getting up without a pain in your lower back or without any difficulty in doing the movement, that shouldn't happen. That should be effortless. So, there are certain things that you know that you can't do, and then there are certain things that you don't know that you can't do. So that part, all of these things, Pilates helps in just maintaining fluidity. Pilates is called poetry in motion. So ultimately, we are going to try and keep moving. We are going to flow. Since this is the first time that most of us are going to try Pilates, one thing that I would like to really focus on is, unlike every other form of exercise, you have to go really slow while doing Pilates. So I'm never going to tell you to increase your pace or get it, increase the intensity. But I'm going to tell you to take it slow as you can, because the slower you do, the more your muscles are going to work, and you have to work on your muscles, because that's the whole aim, strengthening your muscles, so your movement is easier. Okay, so whatever we do in Pilates today, let's try and keep a control on our movement. Let's have controlled and concentrated movements. All right, it's okay, you guys can have fun, but try to take it slow. Since we are not used to it, it can be a little challenging as well. So, moving on. Hope I'm visible. Yeah, I guess I am. Okay. So, all you're going to need is a mat today. Are we guys ready? I hope. Okay. So, we are going to go to the most beginner exercises in Pilates. One thing, I want you to go slow. Second thing, I want you to keep breathing. Breathing is extremely important, so try not to hold your breath while you do anything. It's Pilates as a different form of breathing, but today we are going to try and stick to the normal form of breathing. The way we normally breathe, we're just going to do that, but remember to keep breathing. So all I want you to do is lie down on the mat. Lie down on the mat. Be extremely relaxed. Bending your legs, your arms, neck on one side, and you keep breathing. Just keep breathing here before we dive into our exercises. Let's keep breathing. Lie down into your mat. Breathing. Bending your arms, bending your legs. Your neck
प्रिया देशपांडे की ट्रेनर प्रिया देशपांडे
to the ceiling. Now, as we move on to our first exercise, all I want you to do is get your legs at a 90-degree to the mat. Okay? Your legs should be 90-degree. Your shins and your thighs should be 90-degree. Your shins should be parallel to the mat. Your calf should be parallel to the mat. Okay? Keep your neck down. Lengthen your arms just like that on the side. Now, we are going to get our necks up. Curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. And your arms should be slightly above your mat, and you're going to pump your arms up and down. Arms should go up and down. Now, if your neck starts to hurt, you're going to relax your neck back into the mat. Just keep pumping. Let's keep pumping. Pump as fast as you can now. But remember to keep breathing. Beautiful. Remember, keep breathing. Curl up tips of your shoulder blades. Gaze at your navel. Gaze at your belly button. Keep breathing. You can stop and rest into the mat if you're tired. Let's go 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pump for last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax slowly down into the mat. Relax. Keep breathing. I hope that worked your core. Your core is your abs, your abdominal muscles. Pilates starts from your core. Every movement in Pilates should start from your core. So we're going to try and work our core as much as we can in Pilates. Okay? I hope that worked your belly, your abdominal muscles. Okay? Now, we are going to give this a shot once again, and this time we are going to try and do 50 or 80 pumps. Okay? Pumping with your hands. Alright? Let's go. This is called 100. So ideally you're supposed to count 100 pumps. But we're going to stick to 50 or 80 today. Remember, keep breathing. You have to keep breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Okay? Keep your core pulled in like I'm going to punch you in your stomach, and keep breathing. Let's go. Down into the mat. Shins parallel to the floor. Calves parallel to the floor. Shins and thighs perpendicular. Curl up tips of your shoulder blades. If your neck is hurting, you can rest your neck. Hands long and nice along your sides, and start pumping. Keep breathing and start pumping. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on, keep breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last 20. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. If you're tired, you can rest. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last 10. Give me last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Nice. Keep breathing. Relax. Lie down into the mat. Lengthen your arms. Lengthen your legs. Keep breathing. I'm sure that was intense. So we're going to move on to something a little less intense now. I want you to bend your knees. Place your feet on the mat. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the mat. Hands long by your sides. Hands long by your sides. Now, I want one leg to go to the ceiling straight up. One leg should go to the ceiling straight up. Point your toes away from you towards the ceiling. Now we're going to circle our leg inward and outward 5 times each. Okay? Now remember, you have to keep breathing. So when your leg is up, you inhale. When you're circling, you breathe out. Okay? Inhale and exhale. Inhale when you're stable. Exhale when you circle your leg out and around or in and around. Okay? Let's give it a shot. 5 times. Circling. We're going to really open up our hips. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Circle your leg around. Imagine you're drawing something in the space. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more here. Keep breathing. Open up those hip flexors. If your thighs are hurting, make your knees a little softer. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. We're going to reverse. Keep your toes pointed. If you want, you can keep them flexed. That is stretching your heel away from you. Now, reversing the direction. Inhale, exhaling, rounding over. Once again, inhale, exhale. 3 more here. Remember, we are drawing something in the space. One last time, breathing in, exhaling as you circle. Slow movements, everyone. And you can relax your leg. So when you know that there are small things in your body, you know that your smaller muscles are working as well. Now, moving on to the other leg. Other leg to the ceiling, pointing your toes. Remember slow movements. Now, inhale, exhale as you circle and draw into the space. Breathing in, exhaling. Inhale, exhaling. Slow movements, everyone. Slow movements. One more. And exhaling. Now, reversing the direction, you can flex your toes or you can keep them pointed. It's your choice. Let's go. Soften your knees if your thigh is hurting. Inhale, exhaling. Reversing the direction, circling your legs. Open up your hip flexors. Inhale, exhale. Since we sit all day long, our hip flexors are really tight. We're going to open them up. 2 more here. Inhale, exhaling. Go really slow. Everyone with me. One last time. Breathing in the center, exhaling as you circle your leg out and around. And relax. Okay. So those were the 2 beginner Pilates exercises. The first one is called the 100, when you're supposed to pump your arms 100 times. So we tried to do it 50 times. And the second one was single leg circles. Now we're going to move on to half roll downs. I want you to come to sitting. Place your feet on the mat. Keep them as wide as your hips. Keep them as wide as your hips. I want your arms extended forward, hands reaching forward, shoulders rolled back. Look forward, look nice, keep your back straight, keep your feet on the mat. Now you're going to inhale here and you're going to move back as you exhale, move back. If you can go completely down into the mat, you can. If you can't, stay where you are, work your core. You can go down, but you have to come up. So now you inhale once again, exhale, pull yourself forward. Yes, keep breathing. Now let's flow. Inhale. Let's look effortless. Breathing in. Exhale. And now you exhale. You look down towards the mat. Your crown should be towards the mat. You're going to go down. Remember, you have to pull yourself up. Slow movements, everyone. Inhale. Exhaling. Rounding and coming forward. Let's go. Give me 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down with control, with grace. Slow movements, very slow. Breathing in, exhaling as you pull yourself forward. Very nice. Give me 2 more. With me, everyone. Flow with me. Let's go. Inhale, exhale, crown to mat. Next, chin to chest, nose to sternum. Keep breathing. Really challenge your core. And inhale, exhale, you move forward. Very nice, beautiful control. One last time with me for precision. Inhale, exhaling down into the mat with control. Inhale, exhale as you pull yourself forward. And relax, hold your legs, your spine straight, rolling your shoulders thrice. Roll your shoulders really slow thrice in each direction. Now, we are going to move on to some abs, that is ab workout specifically. So what we are doing today is a classical sequence of Pilates. There are two things, there's a classical Pilates and contemporary Pilates. So today we are doing classical Pilates, alright? Now, I don't know if you guys are tired or how you guys are liking it, but we're going to go into abs and it's going to be super fun and challenging, okay?
Hey, we are going good. We are going good, Akanksha. Superb.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to abs. Now, you're going to lie down into the mat. Now, as you go into the mat, be really graceful, go slow. Go into the mat, relax. Your spine should be completely onto your mat. You're going to imprint your spine. Now, bend your legs, place your feet on the mat. Slowly hug one knee in and then the other. Hug both your knees in. Alright? Your knees should be in your chest. Now you're going to hug both of them. Hug your knees with your hands. Now, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. If you find it difficult to curl up and stay in this position, you can relax your neck as well. You don't need any form of bad pains, okay? Now, we are going to press one knee in, send the other leg out. Press one knee in, send the other leg out. Yes, now we switch. And now we add the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You really want to stretch your leg out, lengthen it away from you. Yes, keep breathing. Let's flow. 5 here. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale and exhale. And 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one here. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. You can relax, go back down into the mat, place your feet back to where they were, keep breathing. This is supposed to work your abs. Since this was the first time you're doing it, we're going to give it a go once again. Okay? Now that you know the form, let's hug our knees in. Curl up, tips of your shoulder blades. Try to stay up now. Now we hug one knee in, send the other leg up. Let's go 8 times. Come on. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing, people. 3. Be very graceful, fluid, and controlled. And focus your abs. Focus your mind. Put your mind into your muscle. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And down into the mat with control. Well done. Well done, everyone. Now, for the second ab series, just like we hugged our knees in, if you guys want water, you guys can go ahead. I'm sorry, I did not give a water break. I think we are good. Okay. Now, for the second abdominal series, we're going to hug our knees in, just like we did in the first one. Now we're going to curl up tips of your shoulder blades. Now send your hands and legs up to the ceiling. Hands and legs up to the ceiling. You're going to circle your arms, come back in. You don't need to circle your legs, just your arms. Up to the ceiling, circle your arms, come back in. Hug your knees back in. Send your legs and arms up to the ceiling. Circle your arms, come back in. Hug your knees. Alright, now since the movement is clear, let's try 5 of these. Hug your knees in, curl up, tips of your shoulder blades. Let's add the breath work. Inhale, send your hands and legs to the ceiling. Exhale, circle your arms, come back in. Slowly, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Give me 2 more here. Inhaling. Breath work. Exhale. One last time. Inhale up. Hold. 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 And exhale. Come back in. Nice. Relax back into the mat. Relax. Keep breathing. Now, if you guys want water, you guys can have some. If it really tires you, you can go slow, you can stop, and then you can start again. It's your call. Don't make it difficult for yourself. This is a new form of exercise, and you don't want to overdo it or overtrain. Just listen to your body. Now, one last series of ab exercises. This one is not going to be easy, so we're going to try only 4 of these. Okay. I want you guys to understand the form. We're going to go down into the mat. Now, whenever your legs go straight to the ceiling, you're not going to get your legs straight up. I want you to bend your legs first to a 90-degree and then take them straight up. Okay? Never take your legs straight up from the mat, because there's a chance that you're going to hurt your lower back. And Pilates is more about rehabilitation and working on your injuries. So you don't want to aggravate anything if you have anything. Okay? So when your legs go straight up to the ceiling, we're going to go into a tabletop. The 90-degree position is called a tabletop in Pilates because it's a table. It's just like a tabletop. And then legs to the ceiling. Now, curl up, tips of your shoulder blades. Hands behind your head. Now your legs are going to go down and they're going to come up. When I say legs are going to go down, I don't mean really down. No hurting your lower back. Just 20 or 30 degrees lowering your legs. Okay? And then you're going to lift them back up again. Now it's going to be really easy if you don't point your toes. So I want you guys to point your toes. Your thumb should be towards the ceiling. Alright? Now, watch as I do it. Legs to the ceiling, curl up tips of your shoulder blades, hands behind your head, elbows up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. And lower and lift. Alright? Let's give it a shot. 4 here, everybody with me, flowing slow. Legs to ceiling, curl up, tips of your shoulder blades, hands behind your head. With precision, guys. Toes pointed. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Don't lower your legs too much. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. One last time. Inhale, lower, exhaling, lift. Come back to tabletop and down into the mat with control. Relax. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Just gonna get some water. If you guys want, you can have some. It can be intense and it can be overwhelming. I don't mean to make it, but since it's the first time, it can seem too much. But trust me, it's not once you get a hang of it and once you begin to flow. Now, we're going to go onto our stomach. A few things there. For your spine, for your back. Lie down. Prone position on your stomach. When you lie down, you're going to make a small pillow with your hand. Hand over hand. And your head should rest on your hand. Your forehead over your hand. Legs should be together, long, nice, and sharp like a pencil. Okay? Legs together. Hand over hand, head over hand. Now I just want you guys to lift your hand and your head up to your heart. Just up to your chest. Okay? So all you're going to do is up. Just up to your chest. Alright? Not too much. And you shouldn't pressure your spine too much to round itself. Alright? And no turning your neck also. Imagine your hand and your head is glued together. So you don't have to move your neck separately. Just get your hand, your head and your heart away from the mat. Alright? Let's give it a shot. If you guys want, you can watch me and then go into the flow. Hand over hand, head over hand, forehead. Legs together, nice and long, sharp like a pencil. Inhale as you come up. Exhaling into the mat. Inhale as you come up. Exhaling into the mat. Remember, no rounding your neck. Inhale, come up. Hand, head and heart. Down. Let's go. Give me 3 more, guys. Hand over hand, forehead over hand. Inhaling, lift up to your heart. Down into the mat. 2 more here. Inhale, upwards. Exhaling, down. One last time, legs together. Breathing in, lift your hand, head, heart. Hold. Keep breathing here. And down into the mat with control. Head on one side, relax. Relax. Whoever is still moving, please go slow. Nice. Now let's go into one of the heart openers. For people who do a lot of yoga, this is something similar to Bhujangasana, if I have that right. So all I want you guys to do is keep your hands beside your shoulders, elbows completely in, shoulders roll down. And I want you to come up just close to your belly button. Not completely, because I think that's what you do. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, because I have no knowledge of yoga whatsoever. But I don't want you to get your hands completely straight like that. I just want you to come up to your belly button. Okay? Let's give it a shot. It's a heart opener. So that's what we're going to do. Lift our hearts to our chest. Inhaling, lifting up. Slightly, just like a swan. You come up just up to your waist. That's it. Yes. Down into the mat. Rolling your shoulders back. No crunching your shoulders. Down into the mat. With control, everyone. Inhaling upwards. Swan, legs together. And down into the mat with control. 2 more people. Inhale as you come up. Exhaling into the mat. And now when we come up, we are going to do a neck roll to the right and to the left. Inhale, coming up. Relax your shoulders. Look to the right. Round your neck, go to the left. Going back down into the mat with control. Relax. Hand over hand, forehead over hand. Legs wide apart. And relax. Keep breathing. Going slow in Pilates is a challenge, but Pilates is called contrology. It was called contrology. So control and going slow is extremely important. For those who are still flowing, please focus on your breath work and please go slow. Now, as we come up, I want you to get your hands close to your shoulders, adjacent. Push the mat away from you, lift up, and then curve your back, go into child's position, sit back on your heels. Sit back on your heels, stretch forward. Do not lift your heels up. Round your spine. Round your spine in the opposite direction as you breathe. Hips on your heels, keep breathing. Come up. Nice. Beautiful. Now, because that worked our spine so much, we're going to work on twisting it because there was a lot of movement which was round in both the directions. So we're going to try and twist our spine. I think this is a little too fast for some people. You guys can stop. Please have some water and continue or join us when you're ready. We're going to end it in a bit, so just a few exercises. for your spine, for your entire body. Now, sit up tall, legs extended outward. And when I say sit up tall, I mean your crown should be towards the ceiling. Okay? Imagine your body has a middle line and you're sending the energy to the ceiling. So you sit up really tall, keep your back straight, legs together. Now, I want your toes to be flexed. Flexed is your toes should be inwards towards you. Your heels should be stretching away from you. So pointing is that your toes are away from you. Flexed is your toes are inwards. Okay. Now, get your legs as wide as your hips. Legs as wide as your hips. Keeping your back straight. Look forward. It's a very easy exercise, something we all have done before. We're going to add some breath work to it and more twisting. Hands alongside, stretched alongside, really stretch them. Remember, you're stretching, so all the energy should be given in stretching your body parts away, in lengthening them. Okay? Hands nice and long, legs nice and long. Now we're going to inhale and we're going to twist on one side. Okay? Come back center. Inhale, twist on the other. Okay? Slowly. Let's do. Sit up tall. Inhale, exhaling, twisting on one side completely. Twist. No slouching in your back, everyone. Come back center. Exhaling on the other side. Twist. Take care of your toes. No slouching your feet like that or your hips. Come back center. Inhaling. Exhaling. Twisting on the other side. Center. And exhaling, twisting. Give me one more time on each side. You can relax your hands and get them back up if you're tired. Hands nice and long, extending outwards. Your feet extending outwards. Inhale, give me one more. Inhale, exhaling, twist completely. Work your spine. Exhale, come back center. One last time, breathing in, exhaling on the other side. Keep breathing. Come back center and you relax. Legs together. Fold them. Roll your shoulders thrice. Slowly, everyone. In both the directions. And now as we end, we're going to go back into the mat. Give a nice little tuck to our spine. Slowly down into your mat. Really hug your knees in. Press your knees into your chest. Feel your back working. Really pressing your back into the mat. Press your knees into your chest. And if you want, you can give a rock to yourself side to side like a baby. Just rock yourself from side to side. Rolling side to side. If it's challenging, you can just hug your knees in. Nothing too overwhelming. And you place your feet back into the mat. And you come up. You fold your legs. And you sit straight and you relax. And that was a beginner flow of classical Pilates. It's going to be much more fun, more intense and challenging and more fluid when you do it together as a flow. I hope you guys could follow, if not the whole thing, at least 50% of it.
Hey, super fun, Akanksha. It was fabulous. Katie, how did you find it?
Oh, superb, yeah. Just what we needed for the core, huh? And really liked the change of pace of slowing down, controlling every aspect of our body and our core. That's
Right,
great.
right, right. Yep. And if you actually look at it, it's pretty much all roads leading to the same direction. May it be yoga, may it be isometric, may it be Pilates. But the approaches are really, really interesting. When it comes to Pilates, it's more to do with you taking care of your injuries. Uh, of course, isometric and yoga also takes care of all of these things, but not pushing your body too much, but pushing it at the right juncture to just take it to the next level is one of the key ingredients of moving into increasing your abilities in a way. And Gandhali, I'm going to add you on to the spotlight. Spotlight on you too. You have been practicing Pilates with Akanksha for almost an year, right? And
Yeah.
Akanksha, you have been behind Gandhali to get it done. Gandhali, how's your experience?
She's come a long way as an instructor. I can really vouch that she's come a long way because initially all I had to tell her was Gandhali, please go slow, Gandhali, go slow, go slow. So the whole it started with understanding the pace because up until now all we've known is the slow pace was yoga, but we know that you hold something in yoga. But Pilates is you keep moving, but at a really slow pace. So that is challenging for everybody, I think. So as an instructor, she's come a long way. I have no idea what her experience was as the other side for the other person.
No, I think it's fabulous experience, Anand, for last 1 year working out with Akanksha, right? I mean, as she said, initially I was all about gymming and doing squats and all that thing, and I mean doing fast-paced, high-intensity one, right? And which always used to lead to injury, and has to stop working out. Then, and like, no, now neck pain is there, now knee pain is there. I'm not going to working out anymore. But in last one whole year, I've like consistently working out with her, and then we slowly moved from Pilates to CrossFit, strength training, functional, and the change I see in myself is my core strength. I mean, when I look at something, I feel I don't think so I can do it, but when I try, I can do it very seamlessly. That's one part of it. So as Akanksha said, it's like body moves in your rhythm, right? It's kind of connects you to the whole pace very slowly, gracefully into the rhythm. And another very big advantage for me is a fat mobilization in your belly. Whatever you work out, the way at least my fat mobilized in those areas is really remarkable than any other workout I did earlier or any other diet I tried. So it was fantastic experience with her.
Superb, superb. And I'm going to ask one of our Smit-fitter here, okay, about his experience, Mr. Narayan Rao. How did
Yeah,
you find it? Because I would also like to hear from somebody who is maybe doing it for the first time, or maybe he might be. But I am
good
unaware if you've
evening.
done Pilates before. Mr. Narayan,
Good
how do
evening.
you feel about it?
Good evening, everyone. It was nice, but I think the pace was because I am 66 now, running 66. I think the pace was a little high. Maybe I've lost touch with doing exercise, and maybe that's why it is a little. I felt the pace was a little fast.
Right. So, Mr. Narayan, you are most welcome on our Tuesday and Thursday sessions every morning that we do at 8 o'clock. And
Okay.
you will get into it. You are still young. 66 is young, according to us. Right. So, we are
Thank you.
looking forward for more of interaction with you during these sessions.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
I
Superb.
think it can be as a person who did Pilates for the first time when I decided to become an instructor, it can be overwhelming even for a person who is maybe my age because the first time you're doing it and something that is so intense on your core and something that tells you to focus on so many different things at one point, right? It can be really overbearing at times because it was for me as well. So I mean, it's not because of his age. It is because of the first time that he's doing it. The fact that he could do it for the first time says a lot, more than the pace. I think the intensity can be overbearing initially, But yeah, I'm pretty sure if he can do it the first time, he's going to do much better if he continues.
And
I'm going to
Mr.
ask. I'm going
Mr.
to ask.
Narayan, I can add
Yeah.
one thing here to give you motivation. My mother is 66 and she has been working out with Akanksha for 1 year on Pilates, and she does push-ups. She can hold plank for 1 minute at her age. So it's just a matter of you getting into that rhythm and practice, and I'm
Absolutely.
sure you can do it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Superb, superb, superb. And that's the whole idea of our Friday sessions, that we come here together and we enjoy doing it together. The whole idea is of enjoying it together. Priya attends our sessions regularly, and she's been doing Veerabhadrasan too many times this week. And she was like, Anand, too much of Veerabhadrasan the whole week. But how did you find Pilates today, Priya?
Oh, fantastic. It was great. Akanksha, hi. Hope you remember.
Yes, of course.
So, no, great session. And initially, to my breathing and all went for a toss. You were saying exhale, and I was probably inhaling. So it went for a toss initially. But what I liked was, like, going. I mean, the swiftness of the whole thing. So that was wonderful. I've done this for the first time today, but had good fun.
Lovely. Rudrakshi, how does it feel to do it outdoors?
Yeah, and it was very good. I am outdoors, and so it was very good, Akanksha. Thank you so much. It was wonderful.
Fabulous, fabulous. Now I'm going to leave it to Kaustubh and Akanksha a little bit about this whole Pilates piece and isometric exercises, right? So where we do these common things, as well as there is a lot behind what you are doing. So from the exercise psychologist talking to a Pilates trainer, and I'm going to stay quiet for a bit now.
Great. I think, thanks, Anand. First thing, Akansha, that you've superbly through today's session demonstrated is that it's very accessible. You don't need a lot of equipment, and you can do it at home on your mat, right? That's pretty much. I'm sure you've experienced a lot of people who come up with this barrier that they have, that it either costs too much or it needs a lot of equipment. Could you maybe share a little bit about, are there different types of it, or what is it that these equipment are? How do you
Yes.
procure them?
Yes, definitely, sure. So, Pilates initially was started in US and then it was brought to India. And like I've said before, in India, Pilates has a very glorified touch, like celebrities do it and they have studios and they have like really scary looking machines, Cadillacs, and people hanging around like monkeys. So, Pilates initially started with just doing it on the mat, and interestingly it was started by Joseph Pilates so that he could help German soldiers get better during the war. Okay, so the whole objective of starting Pilates was rehabilitation. It was for the soldiers who were injured, who did not have access to doctors there. So, to help them get better in their movements as soldiers and in their complete recovery process, Pilates was started. So, when it was started on a mat. But over the time, Joseph Pilates found things around him like certain barrels and certain hospital beds, and that's how he made those apparatus. So Pilates machines is called apparatus. So all the machines that we see in the studios are the apparatus, but they are not compulsory. All they do is they add more challenges, they increase the number of exercises that people can do, but it works. The apparatus and mat Pilates both work on the same principles. You can to get started with Pilates, mat is a great way. You can do, there are more than 500 exercises that you can do on mat, and just something, just at the top of my head, that is a statement that I can make. So you don't need apparatus. Of course, if you want to increase the challenges, you want to make it more fun, you can go to a studio and you can engage in apparatus movement. But now, because of COVID and stuff, it became a lot more easier also for people to understand that they can do Pilates on a mat. And funnily enough, people were more interested in understanding how to do it on a mat, because it's easier, right? It's more accessible and it's more practical also. So as far as the apparatus is concerned, that's just going to increase your challenge and make it, yeah, it give you 10 more exercises that you can do. But as far as the principles and the working and the movement goes, both mat work and apparatus just work the same. They work the same.
Hi, Akanksha. I have a question.
Yes.
So great workout, by the way. Sorry, I had to switch off my camera and do it myself, but I was doing it watching you. So I've always been intrigued by Pilates. Why? Because, like you mentioned, all the celebs do it, right? So every second day you open your Instagram, there's a Janvi Kapoor, there's a Karina Kapoor going to the Pilates. So yeah, it's got a whole hover around it. That's what I would like to term it as. But what my question is that what is one small difference between yoga and Pilates? Like is there a correlation or are they different? How does that?
Yes. So, I, from what I know about yoga, yoga talks a lot about flexibility and about strengthening your muscles in a particular. So, as much as I know, there are yoga flows, but there is more of what it focuses more on is flexibility. Is what I know. In the process, it does strengthen you. That's what every exercise is supposed to do. But as far as Pilates is concerned, it is more about strengthening, and flexibility is the secondary part that comes into it, and stability. So one core thing about Pilates is it works your spine really well. I have no idea. I'm sorry about yoga. I cannot comment much because I'm not that well versed in yoga. But about Pilates, it definitely, yoga and Pilates work the same, I could say, but Pilates focuses more on your spine and your core. So as you continue doing Pilates, I cannot say the same about yoga. I'm not sure, but when you continue doing Pilates, one thing that you'll understand or learn is every movement should initiate from your core. So since today was the first time that you're doing it, I couldn't cue you to keep focusing on your core or work on your breath work. So Pilates has a different breathing pattern as well, which is called lateral breathing. So that focuses on your core as well. So the main objective is to strengthen your core, and all the exercises should initiate from your core. So imagine if your core is stronger, naturally all the exercises will come out stronger. So the basic thing is it works on your core, strengthens your core, and then it moves to flexibility. While I think yoga does amazing work on flexibility more than Pilates is what I can say.
Thank you.
So just to add, Nath, Akanksha, you will start doing more of Surya Namaskar with me as we go forward. And while we are talking about the similarities between Pilates and yoga, is that in yoga we have something called as vinyasa, which means that basically you do not stay in one asana for a long period of time, but you keep moving. Now, movement is a very predominant thing in Pilates, as well as operating from certain core areas, right? So in yoga as well, there are lots of similarities. So I see large number of similarities than differences in Pilates and yoga. And we will definitely do a little bit of fusion and jugalbandi of it going ahead. And let me tell you that when we talk about flexibility and yoga being associated, uh, yoga looks at strength and power in a very very different way, and the outlook of yoga is slightly different when it comes to other exercise forms. But I would say that there is huge collinearity in what we did just now, and what yoga also has to offer. So there we say that like different religions take you to the same source of energy, and people name god in different ways. I would say that people name exercises in different ways in different countries and different cultures. So in Germany it will be called Pilates, and in India it will be called yoga, and in China and Japan it will be called Tai Chi. And you go somewhere in Brazil and you have animal flows, and it will be called certain martial art forms that they do over there. And so basically we learn a lot through nature okay, when it comes to certain flows. So I see a huge number of similarities than differences. So people also ask me a question, which Surya Namaskar type is correct? I say all of them. Okay. uh, uh, Generally practitioners would engage into practice, and they will experience different things. So it's enjoyable to see what you actually took us through, and it was fabulous. Katie, when it
I
comes to
yeah,
isometric, yeah, I
so that's
just wanted.
exactly what I was coming to. Now, the same notion of stability and focusing on your core being the center of your movement is exactly where we come from for isometric or CrossFit or functional training, right? Where even if it's a very explosive movement or it may be a very simple body weight movement or weightlifting movement, the intent that you use your larger muscles around your hips, your spine, your abs to then create movement in your smaller groups about your knees and your joints, your elbows and shoulders is a much safer method and a much more reliable method, right? So it's the same philosophy. And at the same time, this understanding that your core and your abs that everyone likes to show off against all these celebrities, strengthening it does not involve a lot of movement like crunches and doing jerks, but instead its biggest job is the ability to stabilize your spine through all sorts of movements. And again, that's such a big similarity that we all have in all these different practices with all these different names.
And Mr. Narayan had some question while we were talking. I think he was
No,
wanting to
I
ask.
think one of the participants had asked for it. I was one trying to find out what is the difference between Pitali and yoga. So because most of the asanas what we are doing, I think is more or less as yoga. So I think she's answered it. Akanksha has answered that.
Superb, superb. Thank you so much. And these sessions are all about interaction. And Mr. Narayan, thank you so much for bringing up questions and participating. And it's a lot of fun to have Smit.fitters, becoming more and more, vocal and talking and discussing and sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Great.
Superb. All right, so we are at 6:58. It was absolutely fabulous interacting with you. I would just pause for a minute, Akanksha, and let me just ask everybody that if they have any questions, or they would like to ask anything, and then we would come towards the end of the session. I would also request all of those who can switch on their cameras. Else, we are good. We understand that sometimes people are also attending from remote places, but we definitely enjoyed working with you and looking forward for many more Pilates activities, sessions, interactions, and so on and so forth. Abhishek, how did you find it?
It was really great.
Cool. We have Anirudh, we have Neeta. Thank you so much for joining, all of you. Suvarna, how was it? All good?
It was good, but I
Thank you.
cannot participate is my problem.
No
Yes,
problem, no problem.
I'm so happy that you have joined today. Last time also I always join, but I switch off my cameras because then I cannot participate. So no, but you're looking what people doing.
Superb. Akanksha, hope you also enjoyed our Smith Fitter gang, and we will hope that we'll keep bringing you in all the time.
Funnily, I would really like to point this out. I never thought that I could. I'm at a place or at a stage where people who are above 35 age group, they think that I am too young to understand the problems that they find while exercising. So I've always had a trouble reaching out to the age group that I interacted with today. I think Gandali and her mom were the two people that I was confident enough ki nahi chalo now I can handle. So I think today it gave me an opportunity to interact and explore more people over a wider age group. So I think that's going to even help me make myself better as an instructor as well, understanding everybody's problems and working at my own flow and designing flow for people that way.
No, superb. Thank you so much. And we are all young at 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s,
16,
and 70s.
16. We are all 16
Six,
at heart.
exactly. There you go.
Okay, so
Don't
Clock
even
resets.
worry.
Yeah, clock resets at 16. So don't
yes.
worry.
Yes,
That's
Akansha,
just a
today
number.
even, yeah, Akansha, even I was feeling, lower back pain last 2-3 days, but after doing this, I'm feeling really relieved. So I think I must get back to you. So
Happy. I'm
it
so
really
happy.
works. Yeah. Yeah, it really works.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much,
Thank
everyone. Thank you.
See you all soon. Keep watching for the space. Now, our app also has the join button from the app to the session. So, you need not worry at all now. Just open the app and say join the session, and you will come directly to these sessions. Explore the app. There are many more features coming in very quick now. So, fill up your EOD summaries. Keep watching the space for the life plans, navigators, and our team is always anyway behind you. So eat well, eat on time, and sleep well and sleep on time.